Level 1. The Backroom Quote Fixer. After-hours quote work lands at $24, and $1,850 a month is yours. At the buzzing agency counter, you cover phones while agents rerun rejected auto quotes. Agents carry the cracked corner laptop between strip mall offices and apartment leasing rooms. Families facing premium shocks tuck scuffed shoes beneath folding tables. You study a mismatched household chart and spot mix-ups hidden in high driver tiers. Agents shout past your borrowed agency headset during lobby chaos. Your cheap business card stack replaces scraps with Insurance Score Review in print. At apartment leasing office tables, you explain quote jumps to renters after dinner. Cold sandwich wrappers pile beside premium bills between evening meetings. Denise orders you back to phones from the back room doorway. You open the backpack cash pocket beside rent coins on your kitchen counter. 3 spiking auto quotes send a packed strip mall agency lobby into uproar. The break room speakerphone carries your voice into carrier underwriting desk calls. You translate tier changes for angry drivers at the dry erase premium ladder. Buzzing fluorescent lights hum while you study claim codes between calls. Car payment families gather at kitchen tables after carriers price them like risky strangers. After hours, you turn the folding chair into your cash review station. A red-faced lobby customer demands explanations for each premium spike. You trace a wrong, not-at-fault loss through the loss history code printout. Denise slides a marked envelope across the back room anyway. At the side room doorway, the agent permits one audit under the customer's glare. The policyholder stays in the cramped side room while you keep him in the call path. Underwriting refuses score factor talk as the carrier speakerphone hold light blinks. You snap the tangled phone cord back toward the policyholder's voice. The customer crosses his arms and studies your cheap cards like evidence of fraud. A carrier supervisor blocks the escalation window until authorization lands. After the side room blow-up, you wait at the empty bus stop bench. On the dark strip mall sidewalk, you rehearse questions carriers cannot dodge. A cashier rings up highlighters and a calculator at the discount store checkout. Renters crowd a leasing room meeting with surprise renewal hikes. Upstairs, you notice a solo consultant's door in the tax preparer hallway. A near-final quote session exposes mistakes before agents bind the policy. Denise leaves without shouting, and the backroom case stack remains. You build the first audit checklist board around invisible data mistakes. Level 2. The Kitchen Table Auditor. You sign for a rented consultation room at 26, pulling $5,900 a month. You roll monitors, hotspot, scanner, and printer into appointments. Under flickering range hoods, families meet you before premium payments clear. Across laminate kitchen tables, your calm voice holds tense families in place. You separate bad data from bad driving histories with a color-coded dispute map. The kitchen fixture hums while parents count audit fees in cash. An unmade studio futon holds your work clothes between weekend client blocks. Families listen beside you as report line calls run through client kitchen speakerphones. Appointment deposits sit in an envelope near the radiator until rent comes due. Drivers compare damaged bumper quotes around you in a body shop bay. You pin rights cards to the laundromat bulletin board near washing machines. A repair shop owner challenges your authority at the waiting counter. You photograph odometers and VIN plates beside open driver's side doors. Agents practice catching address mismatches before binding at the agency side room whiteboard. Your cheap office door replaces borrowed corners with a nameplate. Clients pull cashier's checks at bank lobby teller windows for crushing premiums. Courthouse parking lots turn into meeting rooms after fender bender hearings. A saved client hugs you in the narrow upstairs hallway. Body shop owners add your thank you notes to a wall before proof catches up with hope. One customer contests each finding from the cramped consultation chair. Before the next appointment, you see the local group lighting up on your phone. A client posts your office door beside refund demands. You walk to the stairwell landing and call the client. Agency phone banks fall silent as referrals pause. A crossed-out calendar square replaces Saturday plans with angry stranger calls. The refund demand screenshot turns savings promises into weapons. You record consent scripts at the table while clients sit in the room. The wall-mounted service menu now prices evidence, scope, and outcomes. Weekend appointment lines spill down the tax preparer stairs. Labeled audit bins frame each audit as a case file. You steady yourself at the bathroom mirror before quoting new rules. Agency owners discuss retainers around the coffee table after your workshop. Cheaper office rent waits beyond the tax preparer stairwell and the richer kitchens behind you. You sell documented audits from the recorded authorization booth, not promised savings. Level 3. The Agent Network Specialist. The hours after county breakfasts, 29 and earning $13,800 a month. Agents crowd a motel conference room with rejected quote files. You set your branded pull-up banner beside county association breakfast tables. At agency bullpen desks, you review hard quote batches with owners. One bad CLUE entry poisons options across the projected carrier map. Applause fades as you eat a motel microwave tray and gas station dinner. Producer call stations place you beside live quote conversations. Agencies use an encrypted client portal kiosk to stay connected between visits. You miss birthdays from the rental car back seat between county loops. Your county association name tag makes breakfast rooms treat you like a partner. An agency owner presses for faster turnaround guarantees at the banquet table. From the workshop podium, you train producers on safer adverse action language. 2 part-time auditors fill the shared call room with headset chatter. The SUV dashboard mount flashes overnight referrals before each agency visit. Agency clusters turn diner corner booths into referral agreement tables. Producers raise red folders during workshop demonstrations. A motel nightstand phone rings while agencies call you a wizard. You pack professional scanner kits beside sample disputes and training props. At dealership insurance counters, buyers wait for coverage before leaving. Workshop feedback sessions prove agencies want repeatability more than brilliance. A producer resists cleaner permissions inside the dealership glass office. Motel breakfast bars feed you between county loops. A panicked callroom headset exposes 12 mishandled authorizations. Agency owners crowd the conference call speaker puck and demand answers. You take the SUV keys past highway mile markers, county to county. Each agency owner's closed door tests whether trust remains. At county agency reception desks, you apologize before complaints become official. A messy contractor workstation exposes memory gaps where process should guide the work. The callroom training wall rebuilds work around permissions, roles, and audit trails. On evening workshop stages, your voice stays even while agencies test you. A compliance vendor commands the room from his booth with systems you lack. The color-coded assignment board assigns auditors by file type, not memory. A regional workshop map stretches across counties and dealer floors. You turn the SUV cargo bay into your traveling regional office. Locked agency file cabinets signal bigger retainers and less room for improvising. You turn the documented workflow wall into process agencies can audit. Level 4. The compliance-grade boutique. The week of your 33rd, you hang the office sign. $31,600 clear. Agents and families pack your office for live quote rescue day. 5 auditors handle disputes from branded call booths. Intake staff move cases from the reception counter dispute line to carrier escalation. You rank agency partners by discipline and cut off dangerous ones. Your door carries your name while angry premium notices cover office walls. Staff eat vending machine dinners between walk-ins and recorded call reviews. New auditors learn to separate facts from sales advice at training tables. Producers repeat your process aloud from marked training binders. Denise challenges the slowdown from the continuing education classroom aisle. You answer from beside the trainee demonstration station. The workflow handoff diagram turns Denise's objection into a cleaner rule. A consultant waits outside the classroom with a leather folio. Auditors flag risky phrasing in the call review listening bay. Before walk-ins arrive, you test the reinforced compliance cabinet. Blue secure shred bins fill faster than trash cans. A terminated agency placard marks the sloppy partner you dropped. You sell safer scripts to producers from the rented education center lectern. Families move from impossible rates to policies at crowded binding stations. Carrier workflow command walls turn the office into an insurance command post. Integration status lights place your process inside other firms. A state examiner questions the firm's legal line with a visitor badge clipped to her jacket. The temporary rope divider separates training booths from dispute booths. At the state examiner conference table, audit help starts resembling unlicensed producing. You send auditors back to calls from the closed glass meeting room. An advice boundary floor chart separates correction help from sales advice. Denise warns at the agency owner question line that producers resist slow work. Examiner red boundary tape makes local heroics look fragile. A deserted commuter platform waits after workflow rebuilding. Teams ship stacked regional training cartons farther than your exhausted body can travel. Licensed partners study the producer partnership rate sheet and price alliances beyond current reach. Supervisors keep blurry sales recommendations in rejected case holding trays. An auditor huddle corrects you without waiting for permission. You rebuild the signed compliance redesign wall around defensible workflows. Level 5. The Carrier Data Bridge. Your carrier vice president finally calls you founder at 38. $74,500 lands monthly. In the underwriting presentation pit, you demonstrate error clusters to carrier executives. Product engineers fill the sprint room where temp callers once crowded. You carry road shoes onto polished carrier boardroom floors where executives move premium decisions. The vendor escalation map guides your choice between confrontation and quiet carrier routing. Carrier underwriters discover duplicated glass claims distorting thousands of accounts. The tier shift heat wall pushes whole neighborhoods into worse pricing. Regional agency roadshow vans carry you to clusters needing proof. A delayed flight gate seat holds you while your child's recital streams on your phone. At user conference breakout circles, agents argue from your findings. Carrier actuaries challenge correction discipline at the debate table. You call the implementation manager beside you and keep the travel bag in hand. Agency system API racks give your firm permanent pipes into agencies. The case-to-product triage board turns ugly audits into feature priorities. After engineers leave, you walk the SOC preparation war room. Outside counsel turns legal review into a budget line from the meeting chairs. Producers demand faster fixes from the user conference microphone. Hotel integration war rooms push work across 3 carrier teams. You reject a flashy feature demo before it creates compliance exposure. At pilot negotiation horseshoe tables, you bargain with underwriting and compliance leaders. Carrier teams put your pilot name on branded kiosks before you can control the story. Vendor counsel appears on video walls and accuses your website. A regional carrier waits while the pilot command center goes still. Counsel marks the claims that could sink contracts. Before sunrise, you pull marketing and sales into the legal rewrite room. Agency calls pile up in silent sales bullpens, while lawyers soften promises. The rewritten product message wall frames data quality support, not accusation. A carrier pipe model shows customer-proof frightening pipe owners. An implementation manager leaves with a boarding pass and no permission from you. Carrier compliance review rooms punish speed more harshly than ignorance. National agency conference halls gather groups needing shared correction standards. Carrier executives ask the steering committee who owns corrected scoring logic. Your voice grows softer at quiet vendor elevator banks. You move the carrier data bridge model toward insurance pricing infrastructure. Level 6. The National Audit Network. The calendar flips again. 44 and $188,000 arrives every cycle. A 3-time zone surge wall glows while operations teams work hail season sprints. Twin operations floors run corrections while counsel works upstairs. Regional audit pod bullpens open around local rules shaping each script. Denise warns at the advisory council table about forgotten counter-producers. You hand the advisory room center chair to Denise before answering. The consumer call floor roars like the first angry lobby. State script rehearsal studios test producer objections before approval. An airport charging counter holds your daughter's expired voicemail. At state regulator roundtables, you meet clients questioning consumer scoring. State compliance office rows replace your old improvisation. Night shift leads lock the after-hours operations aisle after it darkens. Disaster response command bays reroute hail claims before renewals explode. Mock agency training studios turn scripts into repeatable theater. Enterprise renewal roundtables force pod leaders to defend results. Franchise executives demand faster audits from the headquarters stage. You sit on the headquarters green room couch while executives argue timetables. Release approval control rooms choose slower launches over fragile goodwill. Airport operations departure boards send implementation teams while households wait on hold. Council takes the carrier meeting seat before deals become disasters. Night shift supervisor bridges keep you walking without taking calls. The frozen carrier integration room exposes shortcuts breaking nationally. An approval bypass shuts the enterprise access door. The engineer escalation pod exposes the bypassed carrier integration approval. Before the board call, security leaders check permission matrix walls. You remove the engineer from deployment before the command semicircle. Board members crowd the incident table and argue that growth outran controls. A locked release calendar freezes launches while renewals wobble. Separated access control boards split authority across security, compliance, and operations. The empty CEO visitor chair makes personal heroics look like weak control. A national pod video amphitheater keeps regional audits moving. The vacant security executive suite waits beyond postponement. Executive candidates tour floors built beyond your hands. Denise demands producer trust before carrier scale at the nameplate row. The leadership team semicircle answers before you speak. You rebuild the enterprise trust operating floor around controls stronger than you. Level 7. The scoring infrastructure founder. You hire the chief compliance officer the week you hit 51, campus clearing $462,000. A wall-sized national audit map glows with cues from each state. Renewal surge teams reroute premium shock cases through operations lanes. Carrier integration showcase bays host your correction tools inside quoting flows. The rebuilt starter table trains rookies where backroom pitches began. At mock customer explanation counters, you test score language on confusion. Audit pods cross the moving campus walkway around you without waiting. A carrier liaison challenges buried denial wording from the review booth. Senior auditors follow severe case routing rails toward the worst premium impact files. A parked car dashboard streams the school concert you miss. Biometric turnstile corridors carry security scars into team entrances. After midnight, you test badges along the access corridor. The Compliance Briefing Theater hosts regulator-facing explanation meetings. Scripted answer rehearsal booths expose auditors repeating answers mechanically. Certification mezzanine walls display national training plaques. Carrier handoff lab floors stage engineers for integration room reviews. Auto, home, and renters teams swarm a multi-line correction arena. An agency trainer reports confused customers from the escalation alcove. During renewal surge, you enter the consumer call bay. Playback coaching booths reveal human language disappearing under process. A stalled explanation queue shows scale erasing the company's origin. You cut the automated script inside the interrupted training circle. Household impact practice stations force auditors to translate score logic. Product chiefs enter small commercial carrier suites for negotiation. Contractor coverage scenario walls show entrepreneurs facing hidden scoring machinery. Expansion partner roundtables make you study smiles before approval. Regional auditor training grids fill with auditors from multiple regions. The campus circulation spine carries you between bays, labs, counters, and compliance. A family renewal resolution bay turns one corrected record into saved coverage. Agency system embedded badges place your brand inside nationwide quoting. Auditors across the floor applaud, including workers who never saw your beginning. A full campus correction panorama keeps live cases moving without losing rhythm. The transformed Origin training station brings rookies back to the first backroom table. Denise smiles beside the cracked corner laptop, now sealed in glass near the strip mall agency countersign. You stand among families, auditors, agents, and carrier partners as the system you built protects the people who once waited in folding chairs.